I'm going to tell you some things that I know are taking place in the world we're living today. These are not normal times. No one has ever seen a world shaping up like the one we're living in today. And it's not normal. And the changes that are taking place are global. And it doesn't look good for America because our economy is collapsing. And it has serious repercussions that will follow. One is evidenced by reporting lately that the Pentagon is laying off thousands. We are witnessing what prophetic scriptures refer to as the end of the age. This is the age we live in. There's never been a better age to be alive, a better time to be alive. We are a chosen generation. We have enjoyed the best of everything. No previous generations enjoyed a better quality of life or a higher standard of living than we have been afforded. But we have witnessed prosperity reach a peak. And that peak has come and gone, and we are now collapsing. And this collapse is going to continue. And we need to understand it and prepare for it. Because the understanding is a powerful thing, and you can have understanding if you continue to listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Because I have been given a gift of understanding about what is happening. And as this age comes to an end, and it must, and it's prophesied that it will, something better will take place. A new age will begin. In Matthew 24, Jesus referred to the end of the age as, watch for these signs. When you see wars, rumors of wars, nations rising up against nations, famines and earthquakes, like the 9/1 earthquake in Japan. And there are repeated earthquakes coming at us on the news almost daily. Multiple earthquakes. The whole earth is shaking and trembling over the changes that are taking place. But when Jesus said, when you see these signs, it's the beginning of birth pains. Now that's an important remark to reflect on, because birth pains are something that we are all familiar with, and they are known to not be a pleasant process, but it is a process with a purpose. And one of its characteristics is when birth pains begin, there's no stopping them. There's no time out. There's no reverse. The process will continue. The birth pains are contractions, and the contractions continue to intensify. We're looking into the future that is going to be birth pains intensifying. Unpleasant as that may sound, bear in mind that intensifying birth pains are going to produce new life. There is a new age coming that we have a hope and a future in. And it's what we need to keep in mind in order to be able to endure what we're going to go through. The birthing of what's coming is called a new age, and it's going to be 1,000 years of peace on earth. World peace is what's coming, but there's a process we have to endure to get there. And that process includes war. There's one verse in Daniel chapter 9. I'm going to turn to it now and read it to you word for word, where it says in chapter 9, verse 26 in the NIV, it says, war will continue until the end. It's talking about the end, meaning the end of the age. This age we live in, it's coming to an end. And when we reach the end, it's talking about, it says war continues to the end. Well, the end of war is what it's talking about. When we reach the end, the Bible's talking about, it will be the end of war and the beginning of the new age, which is peace. Because you either have war or you have peace. There's no in between. Either there's war or there's peace. And when war ends, then you have peace. And the war that's coming is going to include, we've all heard of it, a battle called Armageddon. It includes what's written in chapter 9 of Revelation, an army of 200 million. You may be familiar with a band called Creedence Clearwater Revival. Recall a song, the lyrics say, run through the jungle. 200 million guns are loaded. Satan cries for shame. That rock and roll band's quoting Revelation 9's army of 200 million. But Bloomberg News recently commented on how China now has a young male population whose numbers are estimated at 130 million. An army of 200 million is going to form in our present-day modern world. And when an army of 200 million rises up, nothing on this earth will be able to stop them. But they will be stopped by something, and I'll tell you about it in my next message to you. Thank you for listening.